What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about TAR's AI today, TAI. Hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, you guys, and let's get into it, okay? It is the 17th day of August. We haven't talked about TARS in a little bit of time now. It's been like a week or so. I think the last time we talked about it was at the same price. So moved up, moved back down. Pretty boring. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but I am expecting that we do go lower. The worst has been realized, my friends. I thought that we would hold this area of support and continue to rally. It looked promising here, man. You had a fake out, you had the reaction, but right now we're not getting any follow through, and we're still at this area where we've found support multiple times before. Could we find support here? Sure, or more likely, I think that we would go lower. If we're looking at this here from a relative low to a relative high, I think the next area, the intended area to expect might be anything from as low as 3.2 cents to 4.48 cents. I don't think we go down to 3.2 cents, but I could see us going down. Let's see if we take a low here to a high there. I could see us going down to our golden ratio zone, which encapsulates this 1272, something at about 4.7 cents to 4.1 cents, something like that. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor. I think it's a terrible time to sell. You're literally at the bottom of this range. If you sell here and it drops down 25% to 35%, I mean, good. At least you'll be able to buy more. But you're playing with fire because, and I know this never happens, but I could be wrong. We could just move up. It's absolutely possible that we can move up from here. But looking at the fibs, looking at what we're doing, the dynamics at play, I very much would expect. Oops, sorry, that was the wrong fib to delete. It was this one that I was trying to delete. Rejecting the golden ratio here, I would very much expect that we do see that 4.5 cent area just above, just below, somewhere in that zone there. 5 hours, 9 minutes left here in the day. If we're looking at this daily RSI, definitely bearish, right? Living below the 50, predominantly below the 50, getting oversold, can't get overbought to save our life, man. We're just moving down. Stochastics look bearish, and the MACD is posturing itself to start building some bearish momentum. If we're looking at the 1 hour time frame here, and I want to shift the tone real quick because I know we're taking a bearish tone. I believe TARS will see new all-time highs. I believe that it is going to grow. I believe that it's a multi-100x project. Okay, by the end of this cycle, we'll see that. It's just taking a little bit of a spill now. That's why I don't think it's a good time to sell, because what if I'm wrong? What if it doesn't move lower? Lower prices are not promised. What is promised, or nothing's promised, I guess, but what I would very strongly feel confident about is that we are going to see new all-time highs and likely even see a multi-100x by the end of this cycle. Here we are at 6.3 cents though. Looking at the 1 hour time frame, rejecting the overbought zone is not a good way to start that off, right? We do have higher lows and higher highs, which is nice. Higher lows here, higher highs there. We are at an area to bounce. Maybe we do bounce. That wouldn't be bad. We're also at an area to bounce on the daily time frame, but if we break lower, I mean, it's going to get ugly real fast. Stochastics would suggest that we go lower, and the MACD, there's some bullish things going on. I don't know. Prove me wrong. By the end of the day, if you can move up a little bit, that'd be great. So I don't know if that happens. If you're up higher by the end of the day, maybe we are holding this area, and perhaps you do move higher. I mean, if you really want a hopium to puff on here, we need to get back above about 7.7 cents. You get above 7.7 cents, it's very possible that this was just a higher low. Let's look here from a low to a high. We are right at that golden ratio. But when you go from your golden ratio to your 0.5 and back down, typically you go lower. So I wouldn't hold my breath for too long, okay? 4 hour time frame rejecting the 50, not a good look. Stochastics crossing down without getting into the overbought zone, not a good look. The MACD looks decent, but you're moving sideways, so who cares? Daily time frame. Again, we got all these bearish things going on here as well. I do expect that we'll see lower prices, but talking about the upside here, a little bit of relief from the bearish assault that I just gave your eardrums. If we take a high to a low here, and I know it's disappointing, you guys, every cycle, and this is why it's important to diversify, because there will be coins that are disappointing for a short amount of time. It is crypto. Things will come back. You'll be glad you held. You'll be glad that you bought more, if anything. But being down 20% in a week, there's no positive way really to spin that. We're going to try, though. We're going to try right now, okay? Again, going down lower to 4.5 cents, just above, just below there. That's that 236 area. Could find support. And then from there, we should see a rapid recovery to the 786, 886. 25 to 35 cents would be that intended area. You'll stop here for a brief period of time and then likely continue upwards to $1.14 to $3.30, okay? And that'll be where your next kind of significant consolidation phase is, like this one was here. So, brief consolidation phase, significant consolidation phase. I think by the end of September, we'll be up here. And then maybe it's October or November that we're up here. But from the current price, getting to the 1272, which is the minimum intended target once you do see new all-time highs, it's about an 18x move from here, 18x endeavor. all the way up to the golden ratio. That's a 49x, and you could land anywhere in this area by the end of the year. Absolutely, you could. And we're expecting higher prices by the end of the cycle as well. You know, a 100x to be at $6. We don't even have targets at $6. So you're basically, if you're expecting higher prices than 330, you're set to see prices that are more than 100x from here by the end of the cycle. Absolutely. If we look at TAI, you got a $56.9 million market cap with $2.6 million in 24-hour volume while you're being boring, while it's the weekend, while you're literally having a very neutral day. And even in despair, that's good volume. That's decent volume, guys. There's definitely interest in this thing. I don't think that it's anything to give up on at all. But again, this is why we diversify, because while you have projects that are being disappointing, you can have projects that are being exciting. Maybe you take profits on your exciting projects, buy the ones that are at their lows, right? I have a feeling that the average person, I mean, if we look at this here, man, you still have higher lows here, right? And you're likely going to find support at your golden ratio, which is a positive thing, not a negative thing. I have a feeling that the average person, if they're thinking now's a good time to sell, first off, you're wrong because we're at the lows, but they probably bought the highs. And anytime you buy the highs, I always tell myself, have this conversation with yourself. If you could take it back and you didn't buy the highs, would you more likely buy at these prices or wait to buy at these lower prices if you want to make a play? And oftentimes, you know, if you really play this mental game with yourself where you think, okay, if I didn't make this move and I had that cash on hand, if the thought comes to mind, I actually would buy this still, then that's how you know it's not a good time to sell. That's how you know that it's just emotional, right? It's just your emotions getting to you. You're looking at the numbers, you're looking at the red, and that's never good, right? Don't make emotionally backed decisions. It's probably the same reason why people are in the red, right? They made emotionally backed decisions here and bought the green. They saw the green and they bought. They're seeing the red now and they want to sell. Break the cycle. It's okay to buy the high. It's not okay to buy the high and sell the low. Break the cycle. Wait. Be patient, and you will get to buy. You will get to sell the high in time. Not financial advice. Not a financial advisor. I still very much believe TARS will come back. It's just not the time, man. I think we're waiting on Cookie Dow too. You know, Cookie and TARS seem to move together somewhat. So whenever Cookie's moving up, I think TARS will move up as well. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here. I'll see you on the next one. All right, take care of yourselves. Bye bye.